Hey guys, it's Faye from Feisworld. I'm so glad you're here. In this video, I'm gonna teach you and talk to you about how to promote your live stream, your interview live stream, or your solo shows as a podcaster. Hey, before we get started today, this video is sponsored by Restream. Restream allows you to be everywhere and stream your content right on 30 plus social media platforms. I'm gonna say something unexpected because Restream has been a wonderful partner. In fact, I believe that they make content creators like myself better. They trust our instincts and always tell us that we should create content that is most helpful and meaningful for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and let's go back to today's video. Now, this question has come up over and over again. Faye, I'm a podcaster. I love creating content. I'm doing it on a regular basis, but how am I supposed to grow my audience? How do I make sure that when I go live, it's not cricket? I'm not the only person in the live streaming studio, but I'm actively engaging with people who are watching. This video is inspired by Restream.io's blog posts, and I absolutely love their blog section. I'm gonna try to make this a little bit more conversational, and I will instill some of my personal opinions and experiences into it as well. So let's get started. Number one, timing matters. I will add to that, which is you want to study your audience. Now, if you have been going live for a little while, you probably notice things called trends. If you try different time of the week, you may notice that your audience is possibly more active during a certain time of the week, even a certain hour of the day. Now, if you haven't gotten started, it's gonna be a little bit harder to guess or to predict. One thing to notice is if you have gone live several times with a tool such as Restream, you're able to go back into analytics and see which streams are more popular. There is such a thing as analysis paralysis, but there's a long way before you get there. There are a lot of tools at your fingertips. For example, if you're like me who love to go live on YouTube, YouTube gives you a lot of data for your live stream as well as for your regular videos. For one, if your audience is somewhat consistent, most of my followers are content creators at different stages of their career. So I'm able to go into my audience within YouTube Analytics and to look at specifically when they're most active. Again, when I have data over the course of weeks and months, that data is a little bit more meaningful than when you have just gone live or when you just started your YouTube channel last week. There are other tools that could be handy too. If you're like me who loves using Squarespace, well, Squarespace is able to tell you information such as traffic of the day, week, month. However, Squarespace does not give you the next layer of details, advanced analytics such as activity based on hour of the day. But that's okay. You're able to sign up for a Google Analytics account for free. It's free for everybody. And to connecting your website, your domain to Google Analytics takes just a few minutes. I'm gonna show you behind the scenes what it looks like and all the advanced analytics you get while studying your audience. And to connect your website to Google Analytics, it's completely free. All you have to do is create an account. Once you get here, what you can do is you can explore real time, you can explore your audience. But even on this homepage, guys, you're able to see the dashboard. And as you scroll down, you're able to see all the traffic day by day. You can see the number of active users, right? And as I hover over, you can see what's monthly versus weekly versus daily. And down here, when do your visitors visit? And this is really interesting. These are completely organic. We actually don't send any paid ads to feisworld.com. But as you can see, there are more traffic on certain day and certain time of the week. Again, you definitely want to have your website running, have content consistently publishing for a while. You don't want to rely on data that's only, a week old or something like that. But as you can see, there are Wednesdays and 9 a.m. Wednesdays tends to be pretty popular. So as Thursdays here. Once you figure out the optimal time to go live, you do want to stick to a schedule. Now, I'm more of a spontaneous content creator. That's definitely hurt me in the past, but I know, and you know, that in order to commit to a certain time of the day, time of the week, takes a lot of discipline, but that does help you grow your audience. I get this question a lot as well. Faye, what if my podcast or my show is super new? I don't have a ton of audience. I don't even have a big email list. The truth is, it doesn't matter how small your audience is, you're able to survey them and ask them questions. When I say survey, it doesn't mean interrogation. You can make it very friendly. You can email them one-on-one if you choose to. I have clients who work with me to run their monthly events. Literally, sometimes we have 6 to 12 people show up to each event. We're able to follow up with simple survey questions and learn a lot more about their experience. And oftentimes they will let us know that, you know what, the Friday lunch and learn thing just doesn't work anymore. Will Thursday be a possibility? Or you might hear a lot of your audience are in California, where you're based in Boston or somewhere on the East Coast. And that's something good to know as well. The second tip is that schedule your live stream event ahead of time really helps. But how much ahead of time? Sometimes you only have 1 week of notice. Sometimes you have maybe just a few days. That will still be helpful then to go live directly without telling anybody. There are a lot of tools that will help you, such as YouTube events, which you're able to schedule ahead of time. If you have a following on YouTube, and by scheduling the event, YouTube is going to notify those people who decide to receive notifications from you. And if other people stumble upon your channel, they're able to click the little button called Set Reminders and remind themselves. And when you actually go live, they get a notification on their phone and able to tune in just minutes before. You can do the same thing these days with LinkedIn events. If you have a website, that's something you can do as well, letting people know, as well as leveraging your email list, social media channels. Facebook events has become more popular. I definitely see podcasters and content creators using Facebook events more regularly. People are able to register, letting you know that they're coming or letting you know that they're interested. Last but not least, if you're running a bigger event, obviously if you're in corporate, you might have to work with your IT team. Otherwise, if you're by yourself, solo creators, what you're able to do is leverage a third party such as Eventbrite. I know they have been around for a long time, but personally, I find for bigger, more significant events, Eventbrite is very easy to use. It has direct integration with Zoom, if you're running Zoom meeting or webinar, or you're live streaming from a link or multiple links. Eventbrite is able to let you plug in multiple destinations for people to tune in live. Not long ago, I managed a worldwide live stream concert for Alexander Bono in New York. Because their audience may prefer YouTube or Facebook, those are the two main channels, it was really helpful for me to show them and give them access from within Eventbrite to tune in via different channels. There's something called a final reminder or telling people right before you go live. There's a setting from livestream.io that allows you to announce roughly about 10 minutes before you go live across social media platforms. It's a setting you can turn on and off, and I tend to use that feature for bigger events as opposed to my regular live stream interviews. You may be wondering, Faye, I have a big events coming up. I really want to drive the most volume and traffic to these events. What should I do? Well, you can actually engage with your audience ahead of time. Who thought of that? You can ask them questions, or you can ask them to submit questions that you can answer via your live stream. I find that really helpful because sometimes I'm able to answer a lot of the questions live, but some of them I just wish I knew ahead of time so that I can conduct some level of research and prepare myself better. The next two tips are related. One, promoting and announcing your live stream on multiple platforms. So instead of just telling your Twitter audience or just your LinkedIn audience, you should definitely create a habit around all the platforms where you want to announce and let people know ahead of time. The same thing as related is you want to go live on multiple platforms. This is when people know that they're able to tune in not just on Facebook, they know then they can tune in on YouTube. During the show, you want to address your audience. What I love about the feature from Restream is I'm able to display the questions on screen while I'm live. Of course, there may be a delay, or as a single host, it might take me a few seconds to actually go through the questions and select the ones that I want to answer live. That's okay. But for you to address and display the questions on the screen, it's a great practice and people absolutely love it. I also learned something from Owen Video, which is just throw a question. Ask your audience to engage with you. It doesn't have to be something so specific. Just say, hey, say yes. Tell us where you are located. Tell us your mini success today. Tell us what frustrates you, what you're struggling with. At the moment, let me try to help you. So something very general can really spike interest and leave an impression too. Some folks ask me, is it worth paying advertising to promote your event? Sure, and it can work really well. When it comes to Facebook ads or Google ads, these things can serve you as a content creator who's eager to expose your content, in this case, a live stream to other people. I think that's a really great practice for you to learn something about advertising, because every time I spend even $50 to $100 running ads for myself or for my clients, I learn something tremendous. When it comes to promoting your live stream, unfortunately, a lot of content creators forget the fact that the promotion doesn't have to stop after you've gone live. Just like so many authors I know, they will stop promoting their books the moment it's live on Amazon or elsewhere. I know it defeats the purpose, but I also understand that as a creator, you are pretty much exhausted by the time you're done with content creation. Remember that you're able to survey your audience, ask them if they have any follow-up questions. You can promote your show. Once again, for those people who may have missed it via email, via social media, you could also repurpose your content. I'm not sure if you knew, but within 1 hour of conversation by yourself or via interviews, there are anywhere between 6,000 to 9,000 words being spoken. Why not repurpose those content as shorter audio or video clips? You can dress it up, down, create videograms, audiograms, have fun. Lastly, something I have tried, which is called rewarding high engaging audience. I remember when I set one of my videos to go live as premiere on YouTube, I prime my audience by saying that if you submit your questions during a premiere, I'm gonna take out some of the questions. If I happen to choose your question and answer that live, I'm going to thank you by sending you a gift card. I sent a $50 Focusrite, a camera shop gift card, and people loved it. Lastly, make sure you study your live streams. Look at the comments, look at the questions and answers. Please do not judge yourself while you're going live. I'm referring to afterward. What can you learn from yourself, the energy that you felt, the new engagements you had, new relationships you've built? So much love to this community. Thanks so much for watching, and please hit subscribe. It makes a huge difference. Hit the bell button so you know when I go live and when I share a new video moving forward. Let us know in the comments below, what is your favorite tip? What has worked out well for you, and questions I haven't covered that you wish me to talk about. I'll see you next time. Bye.